Hey, it's Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is November 11th, 2023. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. Thank you all for watching my videos, by the way. I appreciate it. If you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at AlphaCharts365 or X as it's called now, right? And if you really like my stuff and want more detailed analysis, things like in-depth market videos, watch lists, focus list videos, midweek market notes, annotated chart setups, daily market scans, daily posts just for subscribers with my thoughts on them, subscriber chart requests, direct access for any questions, and all kinds of bonus content that I give throughout the week. It's a lot of stuff I give. It's $10 a month. It's super cheap, less than a Chipotle meal, and I think totally worth it. It's been, I think the feedback from subscribers has been great, especially if you're going to work full time and you don't have the hours of research that are really needed to be in this market, right, and to actively trade it. So if you do think this would value you, go to AlphaCharts365, click on subscribe, and you're in. All right, let's get to the video. I am using DeepView for my charting software today. Go to deepview.com if you're interested in that. All right, so if you watch my state of the market, obviously, we want to be in the best names possible because this is a bifurcated market. And I think about a dozen or so names today that look pretty darn good. Things are a little extended. I wouldn't be shocked to see some sort of pullback and then hopefully a breakout, right? We'll see if that happens. Let's try to get all my keys correct. Come on. There we go. First one is Eaton, right? Has this beautiful kind of base that's trying to make the right side of a base. It just kind of broke out from this general area right there. And you see right there, we have bullishly aligning moving averages and some good volume coming in on this right side of the base. Looks really good, and it's very easy to play against, you could go against the 50-day if you want to, the 9-day, or just even the green box. CPRT. This is Copart. I believe they do cars, right? Copart. Online salvage vehicle auction. There you go. Beautiful base. Giant breakout. It might be a little extended at this point, so inside day of some sort. And then the move higher, that would be pretty good. Looks like it does have earnings coming up, so just be aware of that. Also, everyone should know their own earnings dates, of course. This is CHUG Limited. A lot of insurance names have looked good recently. And this one is just stair-stepping higher, bullishly aligned moving averages. So really, in the end, nothing has been, since July. It's been a beautiful uptrend, and that's been really good. Next up, Netflix. When are the new Stranger Things coming out, right? That's what we all want to know. But it has a beautiful area right here that we can manage risk against. Moving averages are starting to align bullishly again. I love that the 50 is flat, and hopefully it'll start to turn up soon. Looking back, once this data is gone, you're going to see that 50-day start to turn up real fast. And it looks great, right? Even if we put a VWAP right there, you see it's well above that VWAP. And so everything's looking great. So if it could break out above 450, that would be perfect, right? It may need to pull back or have an inside day first, right? That's okay. But I think 450 is our level. Next up, CrowdStrike, CRWD. Again, stair-stepping higher. That's it, right? So know the character of the stock you're trading, and this is one that's doing very, very well. Again, every time it gets a little extended, though, we do get that pullback, right? A little extended, we do get the pullback. So let's watch this one, and I'd like to see 188-ish, 188.50 hold on this one. And then this will let the moving averages catch up and everything would be absolutely fine. But CrowdStrike looks really good. Workday, it's another one that's starting to get that bullish look to it. Again, good volume coming in. Has earnings in end of November, so a few weeks. But I think against the 50-day would be perfect, right? As long as it holds the 50-day at 224, we'll call it. Everything looks good, and these moving averages hopefully will catch up, and you need that forward movement higher. But that'd be nice little inside day consolidation near the top end of the range. It's a bullish setup. NVDA, right? Let's just go back a little bit. Look at this from October 2022 to even here, right? That's the high right there, August 2023. So 1 year. In 1 year, NVIDIA went 357%, right? And then we have basically from July to November, a sideways move, consolidating all these gains. And we can easily say if it gets above 488-ish, we're starting the next leg higher. And who knows how high it can go and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, very, very bullish look to the chart. It's hard to say anything otherwise, right? I mean, that's unbelievable, just amazing gains. Congrats if anybody caught most of that move. But a breakout here could give us the option for that next leg again higher. Here's DoorDash. So this one is in the setting up phase, and again, it's very actionable here. So you can see the big base, whether you want to call that, some sort of cup and handle or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It looks pretty good. Here's your gap. Here's your pullback. I like to put a VWAP right there in the gap. I think retaking the VWAP is a very strong message for the market to make. So I like this above VWAP from the gap. And we'll see. Maybe it needs a little bit more time, but the moving averages are catching up. And here comes the 50-day, which is rising again. There's your 200-day, which held here. So again, a nice, and you have this overhead area. So again, retake a VWAP, I think we could be long. And then you could use, again, 9-day if you wanted to. You want to give it a little bit more room, 23-day, or whichever, short and medium term moving averages you use. But I think that looks like a very nice looking setup, nice base, very actionable. IBM, I haven't had IBM on any of my lists in a very long time, but I mean, it's a 5-year base that is trying to break out again. And we don't know if it's going to, right? So you got to wait for confirmation, especially on one that's been rejected here numerous times. But it's looking okay. It's looking pretty good, right? So again, if it can break out, I think it has a big runway ahead of it because it's got a launch pad. So IBM, watch that one above, 151-ish, 152, somewhere around there. I think we can manage risk in that area if it gets above there. Marriott, right? Hotel chain. You can put a little downtrend line like that. I can kind of fix it like that. That's about right. And I have the breakout, and there's your 50-day, and these moving averages are starting to fix themselves. It may need a little bit more time, but you kind of see this general area right there, right, as being the the flip, right, if you want to call it that, the flip, and support resistance. And you have a little kind of, and maybe it needs another little pullback, I don't know, but if it does, that'd be a nice little base that it's gonna kind of let all the moving averages kind of do their thing, catch up. 50-day could flatten out, right? 50-day would then be flattening, and things would be looking pretty good. So that's Marriott. GE, another one I haven't had in a long time, but you could definitely see a nice, after the big run, and then this little sideways tight consolidation, which is really good to see. Trying to fix itself as far as moving averages go. 50-day is for the most part flat. A break above 117-ish. And I think that GE could be a nice long, right? After it just consolidates its gain. Very similar to NVIDIA in that respect. Meta. Again, similar chart to GE and to NVIDIA. Big gains. It's fairly tight sideways consolidation. Starting to break out. This one actually on Friday did break out. I don't know if it's really ready or not. We'll see if we get an inside day. That'd give us a nice spot to buy, potentially. At least a break of the inside day. But overall, looks really good. And you can see it's got a double bottom. That's one. And I count that as two. Has a double bottom look. And there's a breakout. We'd like to see some more volume come in. But overall, looks really, really nice. That's Meta. Here's Upwork, UPWK. Had the big gap up here off the last earnings and kind of fell apart. And in this earnings, reclaimed that gap, made all these people whole again, basically, making money again. And I like it against the VWAP, right? If it can hold VWAP on a closing basis, I think Upwork is starting to look good again. Again, there's your moving averages trying to, align bullishly. And that's what I'm looking for. The last one on my list today is VTEX, VTEX. And they do a software as a service, right? Let's see. They're commerce, anyway, so like an e-commerce type of platform. Cheaper stock, right? But it trades a good bit of volume. You see, it's been in a terrible downtrend. Then it's kind of based, right? Again, this is very common with these IPOs that came out in 2021-ish. 855 is where the VWAP is, so that could be, a target potentially. And look at all the accumulation in this particular name. Like, wow. And in here, wow, right? And so that looks really good right there. And I think we could get up to maybe this 835-ish area as a first potential target spot. That would be a nice little move right there. That's 24-25%, something like that. So that'd be a nice little move. And very easy to manage risk, right? If it breaks the lows, I'd say of the day, I'd be out, right? If it doesn't move higher. So there you go, stocks to watch. About a dozen names. I try and keep you in the best names. If you like this, I have a completely separate video I do for subscribers that is so much more in-depth and detailed. So you may want to consider that at Alpha Charts 365 and click on the subscribe button. Hope you all are doing well and good luck this week.